Okay, we're going live again, and we are seeing this first very capable double come by. This is bow number 2, Martin Holmes and Andrew Holmes. Remember, these are age handicapped, and this boat is average age 47, and but they've got a very successful history rowing together, and despite their age, I noticed they're rowing with a very modern comp blades, so they're not letting anything go by. Here they are, Holmes father-son combination. Looking good, looking very strong. Wow, and we're going to have some mix-ups in here, because the next bow we're seeing is bow number 4. This is from Denmark. Frederik Juel Hansen and Morten Juel Hansen, average age 35. Frederik is the U19 national team rower. Morten is a former senior level rower. So there we go. Father-son tearing up the water here and looking very good, and they even found oars with Danish colors.
Next up, we have bow number 1 from Crabtree, which is Matthew Parrish, 53, and Honor Parrish, 18, average age 35. Matthew won this event last year with his son, Ollie Parrish. So a true family affair.
Wow, that's impressive.
Up next is number 3, which is Jamie Coven and Lucy Coven. They have both rowed for the U.S. at various national team levels.
All right, Jamie and Lucy. Lucy, you're so good to put up with him. Jamie Coven rowed early today in a Champ 8 in the bow seat, and they did very well. And here he goes again because he just doesn't get tired. Go, Lucy, go.
Next up is bow number 6 from Marin, which is Bjorn Larborg and Niels Larborg. They participated in this race since 2017 and placed first in 2022. Niels rode lightweight and heavyweight for Harvard from 2014 to 2018. Bjorn rows with Marin Rowing Masters.
Wow. Okay, so the familiarity with the river. And here in the light blue is, what do we have? Bow number 7 from San Francisco, John and Benjamin Roberts, average age 38. They've completed this invest 4 times before. So well done, and having a nice row down the course. I bet you've never competed on a day as nice as this. Okay, Cambridge Book Club looks like.
Next up is bow number 9, which is Avery Packard and Alexander Packard, average age of 36. This is the second year they've competed in this, finishing 11th last year, 3rd among male-female combinations. Avery is a sophomore at Duke, and Xander rows here at CBC.
All right, that away, Avery. Doing a great job. All right. What do we have here? 12. Bow number 12 in the blue hull from Belmont, North Carolina, Julie and Seth Isaacson. Winners of the parent double in the head of the hooch. Very spiffy looking boat, followed by bow number 8. And that's from Maine Coast Rowing. Sam Reich and Ford Reich. They row in South Freeport, Maine. I do see they've got both Union and Riverside oars.
Next up is bow number 14 in a white boat here. This is Redwood Scullers from Redwood City. Daniil Gurenkov and Svetlana Gurenkov, 17 and 45 respectively.
And this is the 3rd year for Daniil in the head of the Charles. Gold in the U17 single 2 years ago with a course record. So that's pretty efficient. And now we have boat number 10 with these great green shirts.
Which is Colin Palmer, who's 13, and Louisa Palmer, who's 44.
All right, look
Callum's
at that.
favorite animal is a wolf.
13 years old. Thanks, Mom. What a great ride. And
Following them is number 15, Merritt Christian, 16, and Scott Christian, 48. Father and son from the D.C. area.
All right, and these guys from Riverside Boat Club, James Lanford and Ashley Lanford, average age 34, rowed together on the Charles more than once, and they are having a great row here. Great row headed down the course.
Next up is bow number 24 from Deerfield. It's George Henry, 55, and Ian Henry, 15.
Okay, George Henry rowed at Harvard, and I think he was captain of his crew. Lives in Greenwich, Connecticut. And his son must be at Deerfield Academy.
Next up is bow number 18 in this black boat here. This is David DiGilio and Ella DiGilio, 50 and 17. Father-daughter duo hailing from Manhattan Beach, California.
Wow, coming out a long way. And now here in the dark blue jerseys, bow number 19 from Cape Town. Wow, from Cape Town, South Africa. Jean-Marc Morel and Matthew Morel.
Following them is bow number 11 from Worcester Boat Club, Julio Elias and Sasha Elias, 44 and 15. Then we have number 25. Number 25, going under the bridge now, is Alistair Ryder and James Ryder.
All right, and former Irish Junior International, Henry got a winner. Bow number 17 now with a white hull and the green shirts is from Rochester Rowing Club in Minnesota. Michelle Clark and Annika Bartus. Average age 32.
We had a little collision there, but both boats have gotten away. Number 28, that is Alex Nelson and Abe Nelson, average age of 36.
That's the white hull and the red hull. Boat number 20 is River City from Sacramento, Anton Chen and Owen Chen.
All right.
Owen started rowing when he was 11.
The boat moving through is bow number 33. That is Pete Sherris and Will Sherris.
Peter Sherris, former Harvard oarsman who has never given up on anything. And his son, William.
Passing them, getting under the bridge now is number 16, Michelle Clark and Annika Barutz. Second year doing this.
26. And the yellow hull, 26. Union Boat Club, Bob Menino and Henry Menino. And right behind them in the Riverside colors is Elsa and Tina Vondersteel, who has already won a race here this weekend. And boat 13, white with the pink hat. From New Orleans, William Payne and Paget Payne. And boat 23, this red hull right here. Diego Martinez Vaughn and Marco Martinez, father and son, love rowing together. Well, we've got people from South Africa, from San Diego, from next door at Riverside.
And this boat is actually from Germany. Karsten Breske and Sarah Breske. Karsten rowed for the German national team in the 1990s. During the pandemic, Karsten coached Sarah at home, and together in a double, they've traveled here to Boston.
Wow, that's great. Average age 38, looking good.
Next up in the yellow boat approaching the bridge is number 30 from here in Boston, Steve Glick and Will Glick, 55 and 19, rowing out of the Union Boat Club.
Okay, and now coming up, two boats that are having a good look at each other, which is a good thing.
One is number 35, Jonathan Moss and Brooke Moss.
And they are closest to us. Bow number 40 is closest to Cambridge, and that is Dale Hurley and Cooper Hurley from Phillips Academy, Andover.
Following them in the red outfits and white boat is bow number 36 from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Annika Hallstrom, 24, and Brian Hallstrom, 56.
From Washtenaw Rowing Center in Ann Arbor.
Next up in the yellow with the blue boat is bow number 29 from Pittsfield, Mass, Berkshire Sculling. It's father Evan and daughter Becca Kadoff.
And they are followed, bow number 37 in the red hull. From Germany, Rutzenberg, famous rowing club in Germany. Trutz Schwartz von Warburg and Kai Schwartz von Warburg. One is a former world champion lightweight rower for Germany. And Trutz learned at the same club and joined the Yale Lightweights, where he was a varsity athlete.
Next up in the brown tops, coming to the bridge now, is bow number 31 out of Saugatuck in Westport, Connecticut. Joseph Barnes, 57, and Emily Barnes, 17.
Emily just finished her novice year, completed in several races this past spring. And Joe has rowed for 45 years, starting at Poughkeepsie High.
Next up in the blue is entry number 39 from Aurora, Colorado, Rebecca Bendel and Ethan Spetnagel.
Yeah, so they live in Denver and in San Francisco to come together for this race, and they are followed by bow number 38 from Great Britain, the Tideway Scullers, Christopher Gaylord and Evangeline Gaylord, age 18. And Chris is a former captain of the Prince Lights and a member of Tideway Scullers.
What entries.
And now we have a gap. Steve Carr. How are you? Nice to see you, man. See you. Kent McDaniel. Going back on live.
All right, after a bit of a gap, entry number 43 is rounding the bend. 43 is from Vesper Boat Club in Philadelphia. Ellen St. Clair, 62, and Wyatt St. Clair, 27, a mother-son duo. Rowing in memory of their husband and father, five-time national lightweight team member Kevin St. Clair.
Yeah, and Saint was a great human being and a coach down there, fabulous guy to row with. Let's go St. Clair's, nice job. And they're followed in the very bright red shirts and suits of Sammamish Rowing Association in Redmond, Washington. John Spencer and Bill Spencer, average age 43. And just a great organization, so great to come all the way out here. And they are being pressed by bow 46, who is Hannah Fitz and Sherry Nelson, mother-daughter, 45 years old, pushing through.
Next up in the white boat is entry number 47 from Norwalk, Jim Cooper, 71, and Trevor Cooper, 21. Jim is a founding member of Norwalk Boat Club and a U.S. Rowing Safety Committee volunteer. Right beside them is bow number 45, Hannah Frater, 26, and Kirsten Feldman, 64. Kirsten is the current board chair of U.S. Rowing.
Yeah,
her
Kirsten,
daughter, Hannah,
board
is a
chair of
Dartmouth
U.S. Rowing.
Alum. Next up is number 51, Joseph and Harrison Kiefer. Harrison rowed for Oxford, Mercyhurst, and St. Joe's Prep. Joe rowed for Syracuse and St. Joe's Prep.
Okay, and now we have bow number 42 here in front of us, white hull. That is from Consigment Rowing, Paula Bellin and Jacob Friedman. This is the first time they've raced here, 44 years of age. And on the other side, all this cheering is for Russ Murphy and his daughter, Sabah. And they are rowing here, and Sabah is part of the armed forces. All right, Russ.
Next up is bow number 54 from Hamburg, Germany, Roger and Frederick Mann, father-son duo. They've also, among other things, climbed the highest mountain in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro.
Wow, okay, next event. And we have bow 50 behind them. That is from Maritime in East Norwalk. Great club down there. Fiona and Amy Aronson, average age 47. Big time rowing family. And these races are handicapped both by age and by sex. So there must be father-son, father-daughter, and mother-daughter, and maybe even mother-son categories.
Next up, we have bow number 48 from New York AC, Anya DeSalvo and Eileen O'Rourke. Eileen is rowed at Iona University Women's Crew, founding member.
All right, excellent. And behind them, bow number 52, unaffiliated Joseph Flynn and Bill Flynn, average age 57. They row on Lake Carnegie in Princeton, which is quite a delightful place to row. So good for you. Have a great race. And this event has 59 entries, so don't go away. There.
All right, next up is bow number 56 from Lake Washington and Narragansett. We have Gene Lambert and Nathan Lambert. Nathan rowed for the Cornell Lights from 2013 to 2017. His mother, Jean, took up rowing after watching him, and now they row together. All right, next up, as they approach the bridge, is entry number 53 from the hotbed of Canadian rowing, St. Catharines. It's Vanessa Moore and Brian Thorne, 48 and 71. And this is Brian's, if you'll believe it, 50th consecutive year rowing in this regatta, starting in 1975.
Wow, Brian Thorne, hello from Greg Stone. We used to race against each other in singles in the 70s when you were a lightweight. Well done. Well done going down the course.
Next up is bow number 55. That is
Row America. Row America Rye. Marcia Levick and her dad, who she forgot to put in the program. But well done. Have a great row.
Next up is entry number 57. It is the crew of Forrest Miller, age 27, and Forrest Miller, age 77. a father-son duo from Seattle and Boston, respectively, who row to keep in touch.
Wow. Vashon Island and Boston. Well done, guys.
Now coming around the bend, number 59 in the red is Biljana and Sarah Beretich. Mother Biljana has been rowing since the age of 16, competing internationally while living in Croatia, and has since moved here. Her daughter Sarah started rowing as a freshman in high school, continued on into college, and currently rows with Capital Rowing in Washington, D.C., as well as coaching high school crew.
All right, and that was boat 59. We're going to check the internet and see. We do see at least one other boat coming towards us, but there could have been some did not starts as well. And we can also find out the tentative winner as well.
It looks like there was 3 no starts.
3 did not starts here.
Is this yeah, this is the final crew. Cape Cod.
58.
And as they round the bend in their neon shirts, this is entry number 58, Cape and Islands Rowing. Kaylin Murphy, 19, and Alan McClellan, 85. Alan has been rowing on the Charles since 1957, and Kaylin is his granddaughter, who's been rowing with him for the last 2 years.
All right, I think we need yet another award, Grandfather-Granddaughter Trophy. And you guys are going to get it. Well done. Yeah, that's great. All right, so we think that could be it.
All right, now we have some raw results, but as Greg's been explaining, they will be adjusted based on various circumstances. But in terms of absolute speed, the winners were the Holmes father-son.